ladies, Cassidy here with Cassidy's Timeless Creations. I am here today to show you guys a budget-friendly way of laminating and making shaker pockets. I've seen a few ladies who have made their shaker pockets with, and actually I've saw one, I should say, and that's Paloozas, and she has a really great tutorial if you want to check that out. I will link the video in the description below if you want to see her way of doing it as well. And so she uses the laminating sheets. They are sturdier than like the cellophane bags that I've seen go around, and I agree with her. So she does it with a machine, and I am going to do it with, believe it or not, I am going to do it with my flat iron. Sorry, gotta get that in picture. So I will show you guys how to do several different things, including making a shaker pocket. So that way you guys can kind of see how I do it with just the thermal laminating pouches and my flat iron. Alright, so I'm going to start simple, and I'm just going to laminate. This is for an Alice in Wonderland journal that I'm doing. So I just want to laminate this so that way when I put it in the journal, it's nice and protected. And now that I think about it, I'm going to add some cardstock. I'm going to put you guys on pause just 1 second. Alright, I'm back, ladies. Sorry about that. Sometimes I get stuck in this, like, I should have done that before adding it. Alright, so these laminating pouches, when you get them out of the packet, they are going to be connected at one end. So all you're going to do, you're going to stick in whatever it is that you want to laminate. And then with this, being as we're laminating the entire thing, we're going to put this at the bottom of the plate. And it's just a light tap with your flat iron because it does get really hot. You want to make sure that your flat iron is set to the lowest setting possible. Otherwise, you'll melt right through the plastic. And yes, I have made that mistake. And this is not going to be, oops, I'm doing the pocket the wrong way. And now there's a ginormous air bubble. There we go. All right. Be careful because it is going to be hot. So like with the laminating machine, you have, from what I understand, you should have something like it goes through and you don't actually have to touch it. This, you're going to have to touch it a little bit. And you want to push all of your air bubbles up and out, not down like I was doing, because that's wrong, in order to get everything out. So we're going to just go to the side a little bit, make sure that we get that nice and stuck down. All right, and then there's that one. I'm also going to show you guys how to laminate a tag, but we want the ribbon to stay out of the tag. I'm also, in this one, I'm going to put a little extra stuff because I want this to kind of be a shaker. And this is my first try doing it this way, so wish me luck. We'll see if it works. All right, so I'm going to put this right at my crease right here. And then I'm going to just tap at the bottom here so I can get that end closed up. All right. And then what I'm going to want to do, so I'm not going to be using this entire pouch today. So, or for this project anyway. So I'm going to cut this down this way. I make one small cut, and then I open it up and I cut one by one, otherwise it comes out with a very uneven cut. Oh, somehow I got both those. Well, that one didn't come out uneven. I got lucky. All right. So then we're left with this. And what I'm going to do is, I think I want to trim a little more off because I don't want this to be an extremely large. Whoa, don't want to cut my ribbon. Sorry about all the sound effects, guys. I like to babble because I don't want you guys to sit in silence and listen to me just work. All right, so we're going to tap at the sides here. I'm going to get those all laminated. Now, to make this kind of like a little shaker pocket, I want to put some extra stuff in here, and I want to put it in the back. So, I picked up these. These are pretty cool. They're called, shoot, I don't remember what they're called, but they're by Blank Slate. And they're in like with the jewelry making stuff and everything like that. And they're just little playing cards. I got a couple of them for this Alice in Wonderland journal that I'm making. So there's another one. That one's even smaller. And then I also, these are by the same company. And they're just little clocks. And I have some brads that I've been using with these as well that are like the handle to the clock. I can't remember what I did with them right now. So that's what I'm sticking in here. I'm just going to put a little extra so that way this tag has something in the back. So I'm going to put a couple of cards, and then I want to throw in, I also picked up this confetti today as well, and it's supposed to signify the Queen of Hearts. So I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there. So this tag is pretty much solely focused on, you know, the card part of Alice in Wonderland. And I'm trying to do this all on camera, and I hope that it's working. All right, so I'm going to put that there. Whoops. See, and now I'm making a mess. Oh, bloody. All right. So now I'm going to put I put some more back there. And I really like the shine of this. I think it's actually Valentine's Day confetti, but that's okay because it works for what I need it to do. All right, so now I want to hold my ribbon tight up here, and we're going to try and close this up so that way none of that confetti can fall out. And I'm really hoping that this works because I have not tried it yet. All right, so I'm going to close up the side. Let's close up this side as well. All right. And I'm just going to make this side a little better. See, isn't that so cool? All right. And you see, this is still open at the top, so I have to try and get this completely closed up here, even with that ribbon hanging out. And I'm not sure it's going to happen, so I'm just going to hold a little more pressure on there and hope that it closes up on me. All right, and then to make sure that this stays, I'm actually going to go just below my hole there. This will ensure that nothing will even get up toward that ribbon to even get out. All right, so there's the tag that I made. And then when this cools down, I'll go back and I'll round my corners. So now we have this little shaker tag. So it's got the Queen of Hearts and some playing cards and some fun stuff. All right, so that is that one. And now this one is cool, so we can go back and trim off our excess. And then again, I'll take my corner rounder and I'll round out these after I'm done with the video. All right, and then last but not least, I am going to show you guys how I do my shaker pocket. So we didn't use both of these or all of the last pouch that I had. So what I do is I line it up on the rounded corner side and I fuse that together to start my laminating. And then what I'm gonna do, I will open it up, and this is when I'm going to put in anything that I want in here. So I've already done a couple of these, and where did they go? So I think I'm gonna do a clock, and then I think we'll do 7 of clubs. I'm going to throw in these last couple of cards that I have, these smaller ones. So there we have quite a few of those. All right, and then, so I got the big things in, so I'm going to close up the bottom of my pocket here and the other side of my pocket, like so. This way, when I drop all that small stuff in there, it's not gonna go flying out. And with the flat iron, we get further over on these sides, so I actually go and I'll touch back up on this side just to kind of make it look even with the rest. All right, so I have this gold confetti that's in the shape of keys, so I'm gonna use some of that. So we're just going to go in, we're going to open our pocket, like so. I saw at Hobby Lobby today, I saw these scoops, and I'm like, what on earth could those possibly be used for? Well, after doing this all day today, I have come to the conclusion that I need to go back to Hobby Lobby and get those scoops because I am making the biggest mess that anybody could possibly make doing this. All right, so I got my keys in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some of my hearts in there as well. So I'll put the don't all fall in there. And then the next one I'm going to do, it's kind of St. Patrick's Day looking, but it's the clovers. But I figure that you have clovers in a deck of cards anyway. And I'm actually using the clover on this one, so I don't think that it's going to look too goofy. I hope. If it does, well, I created something. All right. All right, so now I don't like the way that all of this stuff is just kind of sitting down there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out these 2 bigger pieces. And put a couple pieces of tape on. And this way, they're not all being buried under all of that stuff in there. Sometimes they move around and sometimes they don't, so I never know if I'm going to use the tape until I'm about to close the pocket. All right. So stick that one in there. All right. So now I'm not going to use this whole width, so before I close it, I want to go and cut off the top here. And then we're going to close it up like so. And then once that cools down, I'll go back and I will round out my corners. And there you have a shaker pocket. Like so. So today I showed you guys how to use your flat iron to iron just regular, a tag, and a shaker pocket. Lolly, I hope this video was helpful to you, and thank you for suggesting to make it for my channel, and I hope that everybody else gets some help out of it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I hope you have a great time creating. Bye now.